send them the Zoom link and say, hey, don't forget the call because, life happens. And it's Friday night for those of you in America. Sometimes we just forget. So give them a shout out if you haven't gotten them on the call yet. Housekeeping, type up anything in the chat. Jordan's going to kind of help run the chat if you have questions or things you want to touch base on when I'm done speaking. Totally, we can go over those questions and comments. And what else, housekeeping wise? I don't think there's anything else. I just always, have to remind you guys as a team that I am just like you. I am on my journey in wellness, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to prescribe, diagnose, cure anything. I'm sharing with you my own personal journey with my oils after 13 years. So no matter where you are, if it's your first year and you just joined our team, you can still share with your friends. That's the beauty. You don't have to be like me who waited like 9 years to start really being a person that would share. So, all right. Thank you for cutting out time on a Friday night or a Saturday morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you chose to be here because you care about your health and wellness. You've decided that in 2021, you're going to kick off the year with attending our monthly classes. I am so thankful that we have an incredible team that wants to get more education, right? Because that's where the beauty is. You get your oils, but then you need to know how to use them on a daily basis. And when you first begin, you're like, I'm good with using thieves and lavender, but eventually you want to crank it up to like, okay, now how do I support my immune system? And especially in 2020, we've learned more about the importance of taking care of our body. We've become more aware. At least I hope you have become more aware of the importance of taking care of you. There's a difference between self-care and sometimes people get, like, oh, we as moms, I'll share from my own perspective. Sometimes we get so busy taking care of everybody else that I will hear mothers tell me, I just like that self-care stuff just isn't for me because I'm so busy taking care of everybody else. And they, in their heads, they equate self-care with like, that's vain or they don't deserve that. But no, you need to take care of you. It's like putting on your gas mask so that you can be the person that you need to be for your husband, for the people maybe that you lead, the Marines you lead at work, your children, just taking care of you first so that you can bless the people that you have in your life. So self-care, and Jordan, remind me of the other word. I'm having a problem with that. The self-care versus the, I can't get the word. She's going to type it in the chat for me. Thank you. So today, I hope that you will learn how to get some foundational things in place so that you daily have a routine of how you keep yourself above the wellness line. So, proactive versus reactive. Absolutely. Yes. Okay, so my name is Erica Gearing. If you're not on our team yet and you're like, who is this lady talking? One of your incredible friends decided to invite you here because they wanted to share with you how the products from Young Living have changed their life. So I've been using Young Living for 13 years, like I said, and it's been little by little that I've learned to cut things out and bring things in. So ditching and switching is what we're all about here on our team. I'm going to read from a script to keep me focused. Otherwise, I'm kind of a rabbit and I can go all over the place. So as Young Living members, those of us that are members on the team, we all know that about essential oils, what they are and how they work in our bodies. Essential oils and essential oil infused products are the #1 way to protect your home from harmful chemicals and toxins and promote health for you and your entire family. Because Young Living is a health and wellness company, we are able to address wellness from a whole body perspective. But we can also look more in depth at individual body systems like we're going to do today. We're going to talk about the immune system and specifically also the respiratory system and how it all works together. I think it's pretty cool that the respiratory system is included in this. Okay, so this shouldn't shock you, but we discourage you or anyone from just buying one single oil and thinking that that oil is going to solve all of your problems. We don't want to mislead anyone into thinking that one bottle can help them achieve their health goals. Yes, one oil like lavender can be life-changing. Sorry, I've got a hair in my eye. It can be life-changing, but it won't help you hit all of your health goals. So instead, we like to empower you to set up a 4-month wellness plan. so that you can reach and maintain your goals. And we're going to talk about that here in this class. Young Living makes it easy for you to get these products into your home through, we're going to switch our terminology, guys. It's normally, for however many years, been called Essential Rewards. For those of you that are on our Facebook group and you saw the recent video I posted on how some things are going to be changing next month, we're just going to practice the lingo today and how it's going to change. Loyalty Rewards Program. Loyalty program is what it's called. So now that you know that, I won't be saying Essential Rewards. It's a loyalty program. Same thing, equals the same thing that you're used to in Essential Rewards. We're just changing the terms. If you're not familiar with this program yet, this is going to save you money while getting the products you need to stay well. With all of this in mind, let's take a closer look at the immune and respiratory systems and discuss a few ways to address these systems of the body so that you can keep your family and yourself above the wellness line. So let's talk about stress. For most people, stress is a normal part of life, and it comes from a range of places such as school, your job, your family, the unrest of 2020. I mean, there's been a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows. It doesn't matter if it's good stress or bad stress. Good stress acts as a motivator, right, to help you get your job done, or cumulative stress from taking care of maybe a loved one, right? That is stressful. So stress is stress. Dr. Leonard Calabrese says, eliminating or modifying stress factors in life is vital to protect and augment the immune responses, and it is necessary to buffer the inevitability of the aging process. Guys, sorry, but yes, stress does affect both the immune function and the aging process. So we want to limit the stress, but stress is part of life. And so how we cope with the stress, we have tools here to help us cope with the stress. There's many different things to work on how you deal with stress. Stress happens when life events surpass your ability to cope and cause the stress hormone cortisol to flood your body. Cortisol is a great thing in moderation, and it can boost your immune system. But too much cortisol will increase the inflammation and lower immune function, which puts your musculoskeletal system at risk for tight muscles, respiratory function distress, and even depression and anxiety from an imbalanced nervous system. Two products I would say right away that come to mind from Young Living that I wish I would have known about sooner are Cortistop. And recently I learned that even Endogize, that's one that helps with all kinds of things, but a lot of it's hormone balance. But Endogize helps also with the cortisol levels. So those are two different supplements, Cortistop and Endogize from Young Living. And then also a simple bottle of lavender will bring down your cortisol levels. So if you don't have those other two supplements, but you have lavender, grab it and put it in your diffuser. If lavender vitality, you can even, ingest the vitality lavender. So same oil in the bottle, guys. Remember that, same oil, just different labels. An overly tired immune system loses its ability to protect you. So what can you do to help your body stay more relaxed and calm? Anybody want to give something in the chat? What do you do to help your body stay nice and calm? I'll give you a hint. Breathe. Just take a few deep breaths right now. I'm not kidding. Everybody take a deep breath. Deep breathing helps boost your immune system, and it stimulates your lymphatic system to filter out the toxins and help make you more relaxed. Also, doing some yoga, meditating, having a quiet time, using your oils during those times will help reduce the inflammation and reduce your cortisol levels. That's why you feel different when you just do a few stretches and you focus on your breathing. It's actually helping reduce those things in your body and get out the toxins, right? So now that we're all calm and relaxed because you took a few deep breaths, I'll take one too. I'm gonna just take it in and out. Remember, this is your diffuser. If you don't have a diffuser with you, you can just grab a bottle of oil and just breathe in and breathe out. Good job, Jordan. Good job, Linda. Good job, Carol. Highest potential. Way to go. So the immune system is a network of lymphatic vessels which defend the body against disease, fights infections, recycles the plasma proteins, and drains the fluid back into the circulatory system. This helps you stay hydrated and above the wellness line. The respiratory system carries oxygen-rich air to your lungs and carbon dioxide and waste gas out of your lungs. This includes your nose and linked air passages, mouth, the larynx, the trachea, and the bronchial tubes. These two systems work hand in hand with your digestive system. So we need to ensure that we're getting the proper nutrition we need to support every system of our body. We know that when we use essential oil infused products, it helps our body absorb the nutrition from the foods that we eat and makes the nutrients from the supplements that we take more bioavailable. That means like your body can take it in more, and that's important. We can even use the vitality oils as essential oils as dietary supplements. You should already have some of the vitality oils that probably came in your starter kit. So I have thieves and lavender here. These may or may not, I mean, no matter where you are on the planet, these are both standard in your kit. They may have not had the white label though, guys. So remember, like I just said, same oil, just different label, but both are safe to take internally. When you're stressed, I just have to say, you don't tend to chew your food the way it needs to be chewed to get to be digested, to absorb all of the nutrients from your food. So if you are driving in your car, you don't chew your food the way you should. You just don't. When you're standing, and let's be honest, moms, when we are like multitasking and just shoving in a bite and right, you're not even taking time to enjoy that food in the mouth. Like sometimes it's just like, I need nutrition, I need it fast because I've got to take care of everyone here. But it's very important that we slow down, take a deep breath, chew our food well so that our body can absorb the nutrients that you need correctly. Because a lot of food just kind of runs right through us because we didn't take the time to chew it. So don't waste your food, guys. All right, so now we're going to talk about the all-impressive, hands down, everyone needs Ningxia Red. You can easily add these vitality oils to your Ningxia Red on a daily basis to support your immune system every morning. Now, I have asked one of our fabulous team members to speak just a little bit about Ningxia Red and show us what she does because I am currently waiting on my Ningxia to show up here on island. So I don't have a shot, but I would love it if we could all do a shot together this morning or this evening, depending on where you are on the planet. But a book that I just recently read, I talked about it on Taco Tuesday. I wish I would have read this 10 years ago because I definitely would have never let Ningxia Red run out in my home. So this is the Ningxia Red Wolfberry book. This book documents the science behind the ultimate superfood of Ningxia Red. So I see Jordan, she's scrambling to go get her Ningxia. I've asked her to share just how she does it. For me, while I'm waiting for her, I add a few drops of nutmeg into my Ningxia and Copaiba because Copaiba helps with, well, lots of things. But back when we didn't have CBD and you needed something to kind of be equivalent to that power, Copaiba is very close to that power. So scientifically, and so I would put that in there for those kind of reasons, but also just for the joints, pains and aches and stuff, Copaiba in my Ningxia. Also nutmeg for adrenal support. I don't love the taste of nutmeg, guys, but sometimes we just need to realize, I'll tell you this to your face. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the taste. I know my adrenals are more important than the taste of nutmeg in my Ningxia Red. So, Jordan, would you just show us a little bit about what you do on a daily routine? Tell us more.
I would love to. Thank you, Erica. Oh, I'm so glad everybody is here. This is so important. Okay, Ningxia Red, like Erica said, in my opinion, is the one and only supplement you should be taking. Like if you were only to pick one, if you're like, I just can only do one, it should be Ningxia Red. So many benefits. Everyone in my family does. It comes in packets, which you probably got in your starter kit, or you can buy, careful monkey, the bottles, the glass bottles. I get the Essential Rewards, or now what's going to be called the Loyalty Rewards kit, Ningxia Red kit, which is your best bang for your buck. And so I take this like twice a day right now because I have 4 kids running around and mama needs all the help she can get. So I take it in the morning, and I follow my mineral essence. So I take mineral essence in the morning. It doesn't taste good. And so I follow it with Ningxia Red to cut that flavor. And so, I can take mineral essence. And then I take it in the afternoon with sulfurzyme and lime oil, and I actually add my homemade kombucha to it and some water, and it is the best afternoon pick me up drink. You can even add zing to it too. I've done that before if I need a extra pick me up, if I've been up really early with them. Hi, you're saying hi too. So but today we are just going to have, I put a little bit in a shot glass. I'm going to add for mine some orange oil, because I love me some extra orange oil. So I'm just going to add some extra orange oil to it. And my little man here, he is 3. He's going to take his too, because he hasn't had his yet this morning. So he's going to take his. He normally adds a little water to it, but we haven't done that yet. But here you go. You ready? You're going to take it. Show him how you do it. You gonna drink it? No, he all of a sudden got camera shy. Here, you want Parker too, and then I'll get you another one? Okay, Parker, you can take that one. Woo! There we go. It's a little crazy over here, but we're making it happen. For people who know real quick, I don't know how much you're gonna get into Ningxia, Erica, but I know that I've had some people who either don't like the taste or what. There's a lot of things you can do for Ningxia to get it in your body. You cannot have that whole packet right now. But like I said, it's such an antioxidant boost. It's so good for your body. And we need to be taking in as many antioxidants as we can possibly take in on a daily basis because of what we're bombarded with everything. Like Erica was talking about, stress and then toxins and just everything in our environment, all the free radicals that are around. So anyway, that's us. Did I hit everything?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you so much for making it happen for us. So something I want you guys to, I saw Kathleen posted that she needs to get that book. I picked up this book from discoverlsp.com. Such a good book that needs to be on all of our shelves forever and ever, because I will go back and reread it because it's that good. There's major chunks that would be helpful when I'm hearing different people's stories about health and wellness that I'm like, ooh, they need to know this part, and I flip it open. So definitely get that. You're welcome, friend. You're welcome. It's great to have you on this call. So now I lost my train of thought though, what I was going to say. Ningxia Red, I'll just go into my script and then it'll come back to me. It supports every system of the body, like we said. Even for those of us who are already healthy, Ningxia Red helps us to maintain that health, stamina, and cognitive wellness. And that cognitive wellness is critical as we age. But today, we're going to focus on supporting respiratory and immune health. So Ningxia Red is the supplement that all of us should be drinking. It has a funny name, I know, and some of you may have thrown it away and didn't even know it came in your starter kit, because some of us, I have heard, didn't know that underneath your oils, when you pulled out that, you just saw that cardboard layer and you thought that was it. But there's a beautiful little ribbon there. And if you pull up the ribbon, underneath is 2 samples of Ningxia Red. Throw those in the fridge. I like it better cold, but room temperature is also pretty good for your body. So either way, get it in your body. So it has a funny name. It's actually from the province of China, where the primary ingredient is grown. The Ningxia wolfberry is the predominant food of the people in that region who live to be over 100 years old. They contribute their health and longevity to this particular wolfberry, which is packed full of dense nutrition and contains 4 times the nutrients of the wolfberries in neighboring provinces. And the book goes into why that is. It's really neat. Ningxia is a very high in antioxidants, which means that it helps support our body's natural defense against aging. Dr. Richard Cutler, National Institute of Health, said, the amount of antioxidants that you maintain in your body is directly proportional to how long you live. Antioxidants are also important to immune function. Free radicals damage our immune cells and inhibit communication between the cells. Fueling your body with antioxidants is going to protect and fortify your immune system. Okay, so for those of you that are at the basic foundation level, like for me, this is how I like to like comprehend this information. And this is what I was going to tell you just a minute ago. So I like to think of, my husband was like, free radicals, antioxidants, tell me more about this. And so I said, for me, it's like, you've got your cells all going down a highway and a freeway. They're all moving fast and quick, but then on the highway, sometimes a crash happens, right? And the crash happens, it's not good. So that is where free radical damage begins, is in the crash. And the antioxidants, those are the ambulance, the police, the fire trucks that come to the rescue to clean up the mess and support everything. That's what the antioxidants do. So for those of you that needed that visual, there you go, you're welcome. That helps me. So when you take the Ningxia Red, you are cleaning up the free radicals. We want to get that out of our bodies. So there are actually 17 species of wolfberry, and only the Ningxia wolfberry has a complete phytonutrient profile. These wolfberries are higher in vitamin C than oranges. Vitamin C's role in boosting the immune system is very well researched, and we've probably learned more about that this year. Studies show it increases the production of white blood cells, antibodies, and stimulates the cell to heighten its natural defenses. Do you want extra vitamin C boost in your life? Yes. Young Living has, thought I brought it with me here today. For some reason, it's not on my table. But we do have Super C. Super C is, we have two different kinds of vitamin C, but Super C has 250 times the recommended daily allowance per serving and a proprietary blend to ensure the bioavailability. Together, Super C and Ningxia are a powerhouse to your immune system. Because Ningxia Red has those extra oils infused in it, that's pretty awesome. It helps your overall immune system, and it just makes it, like I said, more bioavailable. This aids the body in being able to absorb and assimilate all of those nutrients, offering whole body support on a cellular level. Next product that I would say is very foundational is our multigreens. I take multigreens at least twice a day. And when I don't have them, I can tell like that afternoon energy drop. I need my multigreens after lunch. So make sure this is a foundational one. Multigreens is another whole food supplement that is designed to work with not only your lymphatic and immune system, but also your respiratory system too. Multigreens contain a natural algae, spirulina, that is high in antioxidants, B vitamins, and other nutrients. Thank you, Jordan. She's showing us. Go ahead. You want to hold it up again? Thank you. Multigreens. Do you have your Super C also? Yes. Yes. Okay. This live green food, it's green in the capsule, contains other immune stimulating ingredients like bee pollen. I'm trying to say two words at once. Thank you. Thank you, Hutchie. Bee pollen and choline. I'm not sure how to say that word. Choline. Another supplement that you can use regularly to enhance your immune and respiratory system is Inner Defense. I learned about this one very quickly when I first joined Young Living because we were working so hard on resetting an immune system, our son's immune system. And so Inner Defense was like all over our house. Yes, Inner Defense. This one though is so packed full of oils, I will warn you, for me, I need something on my stomach. I found my oldest son later, like more recently, on the floor in the fetal position. And I said, what is happening here? He said, I don't know. And then I dug a little deeper and he's like, I took Inner Defense because I was feeling a little yuck. And guess what? I said, you don't have anything on your stomach. It feels like somebody punched you in the gut. And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, quick, we got to put something in. So make sure, especially if you're brand new to oils, it's a high dose of oils to the immune system. If you are feeling like you're like something's on the wellness line is going down, you can take it multiple times a day. You can also just take it if you're going in, like maybe your job is a job that you go into certain situations where you're exposed to a lot of people and you want to keep your immune system strong, then I would be taking Inner Defense daily, a couple times a day also. Okay, so let me tell you more about this. Inner Defense is basically Thieves Vitality in a capsule combined with the proper ratio of thyme vitality, oregano vitality, and lemongrass vitality for extra support. Inner defense creates an unfriendly terrain for yeast and fungus in your gut. It tends to be the most effective when you take it 6 to 8 hours before using a probiotic. So for me, I take my inner defense earlier in the day. I take my probiotic right before I go to bed, so it can do all that gut cleaning at night while I'm sleeping. So Life 9 is Young Living's probiotic, and it's pretty amazing because it has 9 clinically proven high potency probiotic strains that do not inhibit each other. It combines 17 billion live cultures from these 9 bacteria strains that promote healthy digestion, gut health, and helps maintain a normal intestinal function. These 2 products together are a powerhouse for your immune system. You may not have heard this. For me, it's very important that you know this information. Your gut health has everything to do with your brain health. Your gut health has like 80% of your immune system is in your gut. And the average American diet, it's not very healthy. And so we need to support ourselves with, good nutrition. And then also, because, we don't have the healthiest diet sometimes, we need to take care of ourselves with supplements that we might be missing because we're not getting all the things. So, and a probiotic is just key to keeping your intestinal tract not full of yeast and fungi, because that opens a whole nother can of worms. Young Living has multiple product lines to increase your ability to stay healthy. We recommend the Thieves Essential Rewards Kit. So if you are on, I said Essential Rewards, we're going to switch our brains, guys, to the Loyalty Rewards Program. The Loyalty Rewards Program, when you're logged into your virtual office, and you're working on your ER order or your Loyalty Rewards order. Thank you, Jordan. Yes. There are kits. It took me years to understand this. It shouldn't take us years. You want to save money? When you're on Essential Rewards or the Loyalty Program, go down to kits. And under there's the Thieves Kit, there's the Ningxia Kit, and there is, what's the other one? There's 3 there. I'm sorry, I can't remember the other one. Those are going to save you money. You're going to get more for your buck. So look into those. This kit includes the Thieves Essential Oil Blend and products infused with this blend, including your household cleaner, your hand soap, your toothpaste, your mouthwash, your hand sanitizer, and even the misting spray. It's all in there to conveniently use when you're out and about and when you're touching doorknobs, shopping carts, toilet seats, all the gross things. This one is the bomb. This kit is going to replace all of your cleaning supplies and many of your personal care items that impede your immune system and health. This product line is 100% natural and safe so that you can feel good about using it around your family and your pets. We can use this household cleaner on everything from your lunch boxes, cleaning out your lunchbox, which I do use that to clean out our cooler bags, and you can clean your toilets with it. And it's safe for your kids to be cleaning with you. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to turn on the fans or open all the windows. It's a beautiful thing. It is 100% plant and mineral based and is highly concentrated, making it very cost effective. This little bottle is an all-purpose cleaner. I add 1 cap of Thieves household cleaner, 1 cap, and I fill the rest with water. And yes, I use it from floor to toilets to windows, all the things. I even clean my car with it, and I even clean the upholstery in my car with it. And I even clean the couch cushions with it. If I clean the carpet, steam cleaning, I put Thieves household cleaner in there. By using these products, you are going to be protecting your home from harmful chemicals that can compromise your health while saving you money. And it doesn't matter if you're brushing your teeth or scrubbing your toilet, guys. No matter which one you're doing, you are supporting your immune system and your respiratory health when you use any of the Thieves products. Thieves Vitality supports a healthy immune and respiratory system, and it protects your body's natural defenses. We can take this as a supplement in a gel cap, or you can add it in warm water with a little bit of honey, so like your morning tea. I use the classic blend to diffuse and purify our air, and we rub it on the bottoms of our feet. I'm sure we all know in here why we do that. We rub these on the bottom of our feet or any of our oils. It's the most porous part of your body. It has the largest holes, so we can get into your bloodstream within 26 seconds. It's pretty incredible. And within 20 minutes, it's all over your body. The non-Young Living personal care products that we are buying at maybe other stores, such as your laundry detergent, your lotions, your shampoos, your bath and body products, and even oils that are made with toxic chemicals and fragrances. All of these are made with toxic chemicals and fragrances. I'm gonna shoot it straight with you. These are made in factories and laboratories, not grown in a field. The toxins from these other products compromise not only our immune system and our respiratory system, but every system of our body. Did you know that store-bought laundry detergent has optical brighteners added to it? These brighteners give the illusion that your clothes are being clean and bright. The frightening fact is that these chemicals used to give this appearance don't just stay on your clothes. They also go into your clothing, yes. But when you smell those fragrances, have you ever gone to the gym and you start working out and all of a sudden like the laundry detergent comes out more and stronger? That's the chemicals. These are the same chemicals are being spread throughout your body, through your skin, your lungs, and your respiratory system. So if you're like, think about, you washed your sheets, you've used your towels, all those things. If you are washing them in chemically laden laundry soap, that's going into your bloodstream. You're sleeping in it, you're washing in it. So it's a mindset shift. And that's what we love to do here on Little by Little, is teach you how to ditch that and switch out. So in the same way, every time we wash our dishes, we are absorbing chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, which can be a ratio as high as 30%. This level is considered unsafe and is affecting your respiratory and your immune systems. This is not just in your dish soap, guys. It's also found in your toothpaste, your mouthwash, your makeup, your body wash, and shampoos. Sodium lauryl sulfate is known to be a moderate hazard and has been linked to cancer, neurotoxicity, organ toxicity, skin irritations, and endocrine disruption. And yet it is one of the most commonly used ingredients in our shampoos. I remember when I learned this information years ago, and I started like freaking out. I called a girlfriend, because everything in life is better with a friend, right? And so I called her. She was on this journey with me of ditching and switching. I was like, oh my gosh, I just learned about the damaging effects of, sodium lauryl sulfate. What am I going to do? How do I like eradicate this from my home? And she's like, okay, remember, everything in life is little by little. So let's just like start with ditching your hand soap. And then next month in your ER, like let's switch it out like your dish soap. Then we'll switch out your shampoos. If you can't do it all at once, when you run out of something, switch it out, guys. Don't go take the easy way and go back and get it again when you know for your body.
Okay. I think Erica lost signal or something. Was I the only one that wasn't hearing? Oh, there she is. You're muted.
Okay. I'm not sure what just happened. That's never happened before. That was fun. I'm glad I'm back. Woo! Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, so now I was talking about, your bloodstream. If it says to call poison control, I want you to think about that. I want you to go to the EWG.org. That's the Environmental Working Group, and look at those products and see why you wouldn't want that in your home. Or if you are not going to use Environmental Working Group, go to Think Dirty app and put it on your phone. It's called Think Dirty. I know it's weird, but just get the Think Dirty app, start scanning the items in your home, and you will see, wow, I didn't know That's so bad for me. It doesn't just say it's so bad. It gives you a scale from 1 to 10 on how bad it is, how toxic it is to your body, and then it breaks it down with the ingredients that are in there and tells you why that is bad, what it is doing within your body and why you don't want it, and what it's really created to do and what they're using it. Sodium lauryl sulfate is super cheap. That's all I need to say. That explains why they're using it, even though they know that it's super bad. They don't care. It's cheap. So wouldn't it be great if we could clean our house, wash our dishes, and even brush our teeth without compromising our health? And all of you that have your Young Living membership, you have that available to you. You can slowly ditch and switch everything out with the Loyalty Rewards program. Okay, so if you have never signed up for the Loyalty Rewards program, you can go into your virtual office right now, and it's still called Essential Rewards today. So you can go in there, and it doesn't cost you anything to do it. You just order 50 PV a month. That's about $50, give or take, to do it. And for the first 3 months, you get 10% back. After that, month 4 to 24 is 20% back in rewards points. There's no other company out there that does that. And after 2 years, it's 25% back. So yeah, it's like free money. Every order I place, I get free rewards points, and I cash that in. And I get free supplements or whatever I want to use it on, my makeup, my skincare. All of it's there. It's amazing. Okay, so you can go in there at your own time. If whoever invited you to the class, I want you to be able to, they will coach you through how to get on Essential Rewards if you're not there yet and get some of the products. I wanted to just kind of take you through a few things that our family has learned that are important for us. And I hope it blesses your heart. So I'm going to start first with empowering you with tools. You have to have the tools, and attending the classes that we have for our team, that's a tool. Here, another tool is, yes, the books, the resources. Discover LSP is where I get these resources from. This is a tiny desk reference. I have the giant one, but it's currently used here to prop up my computer, but I have the big one. So when I don't know what to, I'm struggling with anxiety, I can look it up in here, and it's going to tell me what oils and supplements are beneficial to be taking if I'm struggling with that. This one is from Jen O'Sullivan. If you don't know her, she is a really fabulous leader within Young Living. Her website is called 31oils.com. This one is a game changer that I wish I would have had. Again, I know I say that a lot, but I really mean it, because I didn't know how many amazing products like supplements Young Living has. And once I got this book, it was like, okay, now I knew they had them as I grew in my knowledge, but now I know which ones and how to take them. And if you're taking any other medications like my husband, then I know like, oh, he can't do that one because that would make his blood thinner or thicker. So it's a very important one to have. So use Life Science as a resource to get the products that you need so that you know how to support everybody. The next thing that is important is for your immune system is kicking out the sugar in your diet. Sugar does so much damage to our body. I mean, it's a drug, it's addictive, right? And so in this book, it talks about the pitfalls to avoid if you're wanting longevity. And the first one they talk about is sugar. I'm not going to read the entire chapter to you. I just want to read like 2 paragraphs to you about what sugar does to our immune system. Sugar is the main food for the pathogenic bacteria, fungi that populate our gastrointestinal tract. It hastens the conversion of dormant, non-destructive yeast into invasive fungi, such as Candida. If you've never heard of Candida, I will tell you, it's bad. It's real bad. These fungi, as a part of their metabolic processes, excrete highly toxic waste products known as mycotoxins or endotoxins. For some of you, when you've done the Zytoscan at my house, mycotoxins will pop up. That's what this is. These damaging fungal byproducts wear down the immune system, damage tissues and organs, and force the body to expend valuable resources in an effort to deactivate them. Sugar also undermines and downregulates immune response. One study measures the effect of 100 grams of sugar on neutrophils, a form of white blood cells that compromises a central part of immunity. Within 1 hour of ingestion, neutrophil activity dropped 50% and remained below normal for another 4 hours. So when you're at a party and your kids having a million different pieces of sugar and cupcakes, and like, I know birthdays are fun. Don't misunderstand my heart. I'm not saying that, never let them have sugar, but sugar in moderation. You have to realize, okay, if they eat this right now for the next 4 hours, their immune response is like dropped by 50%. And right now, of any other time in their little body's lives, they need their immune system to be functioning at high levels, right? So for us, we have switched to things like honey. We've switched to agave. We've switched to coconut sugar. Some people like stevia. I'm not a fan, but if that's like, look at other things to bring down, and your family adapts to it eventually. Some people say, well, my kids don't like it. It's gross. It doesn't taste like. Your palate will change as you kick out the junk. It takes time, but now it's like, gluten-free for me, and a lot less sugar is actually fine. Like, I can't handle like the raw sugar. It's a lot of sugar overload. So think about that. That's kicking out the sugar is going to help your immune system. The next thing, let's see what to tell you next. I have learned for gut health that, yes, I talked about the probiotics in this script, but I also learned about one of our fabulous team members, Casey, gave me some grains of kefir. And yes, yogurt is great, but if anything from the store, like the yogurt from the stores that your kids love, they love it because it's filled with sugar. That's not good. So kefir is actually healthier. So if you just switch to kefir, that's better for the gut microbiomes, but homemade kefir is even better. So find some grains. You can get them, I'm sure if you live in America, at an easy place. But Casey gave me some grains and started me making homemade kefir. You can do it with dairy. You can do it with like water. You can do water kefir. Google is my best friend. Sometimes when I don't know what I'm doing, I will figure it out. But yes, Jordan just recently also started making the kefir at her house. So what I do on a daily basis to not just give us the good bacteria in our bodies, get it all balanced, is I add flaxseed to this. I just got this flaxseed. That's because that's what we have at the commissary. And then I normally just add a little bit of honey and either walnuts or blueberries, because those are great brain foods. Elderberry syrup. I made some elderberry syrup. We made this last year at my house. So this year I was hoping to have you all in my home, and we were going to do this again in a different way and not use the Instant Pot this year, but we were not able to gather together. So I have made a big batch. And those of you that are on the call and here in Okinawa, if you have attended the call live and you brought a friend that is not oily quite yet, and they're here live with us, then I'm going to give you a sample of my elderberry syrup. It's amazing. Okay, so this recipe, I'm not sure if Cammie's on the call with us right now, but if Cammie's here, I had asked that she post the recipe that I used. It has frankincense. I added frankincense after it brought the temperature down. It has orange, thieves, nutmeg, cinnamon, clove, extra of all those things, because those are all great for the immune system. So I put a couple tablespoons of this into my kefir with the flaxseed, with the blueberries and the walnuts, and you're just setting your stomach up in the morning for like good immune boosting things. So Cammie's going to post that recipe here in the chat, I think, here in a second. Okay, I'm looking at all the other things. For immune system support, also the Thieves cough drops and the Thieves lozenges. If you're going into, thank you, Cammie, for posting that. If you're not here in Okinawa, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. If you're here live on the call and you brought a friend that's not oily to the call, I'm going to credit your account $5 because I love you too. I just can't safely get elderberry syrup to you. So instead, I'm going to gift you that because I want to say thanks for being present. Cough drops, lozenges, cough drops, both are critical. If they're out of stock, if one is out of stock, I'll just order the other. My kids will always gravitate to just sucking on the lozenges just for fun because they love them. It's not going to do them any damage. It's thieves in the mouth. And sometimes when I speak, I'll put it under my tongue and just suck on it, and you're getting all of that goodness in your immune system, in your bloodstream. The toothpaste, we talked about that. So if you haven't switched out the toothpaste, that's key. I think, let me make sure, let me look at my notes. Okay, for the kids, so the other thing I want to tell you about the kids, Jordan showed the Mighty Pros, enzyme support for me. Your body is not breaking down the food, you're not able to get it to assimilate into your body the way you need to absorb it. So Essential Zymes is great at breaking it down. So I take Essential Zymes because my digestion, because of stress, because of things in my past that I'm still working on, my digestion sometimes isn't awesome. And so Essential Zymes helps me break down the food so my body can absorb it and get what it needs. The kids have the same thing. They have the Mighty Zymes. There's a whole line. I can't think of them right now because they're not in front of me, but my son, he'll take them every day because he needs that in his system, the little guy. Everybody else takes the big stuff for the big people. Alrighty, so that is what I have for you today. If you're brand new to this call and you're brand new and you're like a new oiler, you don't know how to get started, I'll tell you really quick, and then I'm going to open it up for you guys to share some things that you have learned are helpful for your immune system support. And I'm going to ask that you, if you have anything you learned or have questions, I'm going to open the mic up for you guys in the last few minutes. But really quick, before we do that, I just want you to know that you have a friend that loves you enough that brought you to the call. They can help you connect the dots for how you can get your starter kit. There's numerous ways to start with Young Living. All of them are genius. I think that it's more genius to do the wholesale membership versus the retail account. Because I like to save 24%. My goodness, anybody that loves to save money, like raise your hand if that's you. I like to save the bucks. So I got a wholesale account 13 years ago, and you can do that too. It's a simple process, takes less than 5 minutes to get you your starter kit that's right for you. Some of you might be ready to eradicate all of the chemicals in your home. So you're going to start with the Thieves starter kit that we talked about. Some of you are like, I need all the oils and the diffuser, give me one of those. And so there's a kit for you. Maybe you have a diffuser and you're like, I just need some oils. We got that too. If you need the CBD, which is amazing, and we could talk all day about CBD, that's for another class that we'll teach this year. But if you haven't gotten into that yet, there is a CBD starter kit. There's a Ningxia Red starter kit. So I could go on and on. But reach out to the person that invited you and let them connect the dots for you. With that being said, guys, I'm going to open it up now. If you would like to share something either that you learned, question that you might have, or something that you have learned from Young Living that helps your immune system or respiratory system, you can unmute yourselves and just tell us. We want to hear from you.
I'll go again before someone else pops on. One of the things, okay, kiddo? One of the things I was pleasantly surprised with was Master Formula. It's Young Living's kind of multivitamin type thing, although it's not a multivitamin, there's multiple vitamins. It doesn't all come in one because that's not always the best way for you to take it. So when you're looking at multivitamins, having all of those put together is sometimes not the best way for your body to absorb that stuff. And so Young Living, instead of doing a multivitamin, has done like a multiple vitamin packet, easy packet to give you all of that stuff. And thank you, sweetheart. And I started taking that recently, and I've been pleasantly surprised with how much I've noticed just a little more energy, a little less all the other stuff. So even on just the basic, just making sure you're getting kind of that's a really easy way to start, I think. If you're not so sure, like, do I need this? Do I need that? That's kind of an easy way to start there too.
I agree with that. It makes it super easy to just have a packet. Oh yes, I'm seeing Jordan's comment about health issues happen from either toxicity or deficiency. Thank you for reminding me of that because that is so true. A lot of health issues, I mean, she's absolutely right. And so if you are deficient in minerals, mineral essence, I talked about that in my Taco Tuesday this last week. I had no idea how much I needed mineral essence until I started taking it. I take it once a day. I really should be taking it twice a day, morning and night. Deficiency of minerals it starts there, and you don't want that. So I take that before I go to bed. It's nasty, I'm not gonna lie. I told you that in Taco Tuesday, but it's worth it because I sleep.
I actually have it. I just haven't started it. I haven't found I think I got it last month, and I just haven't had I don't know. Because I've heard that it's not very good to go. But I like Jordan's idea of chasing it with Ningxia Red, because then I make sure I get both of those in the day. I wanted to pop on and talk a little bit about what I do for this one's a little immune support, immune system support. I made her a roller, like specifically for her. It's got about 10 drops of each. It's got thieves, lemon, oregano, and I think I put frankincense in there as well, diluted with fractionated coconut oil. And then it just goes on her spine first thing in the morning, like with her first diaper change. And then because we're in North Dakota and the climate's really cold, especially right around this time of year, I try to remember to either put it on the bottom of her feet if we're going out. Again, like it'll go on her spine first thing in the morning. And then if we're going out during the day, I'll put either another swipe down her spine or some on the bottom of her feet before we put on her socks, just to give her that little bit of added support while we're out in the cold. And we're loving it. Like I love having the tools to support her small immune system and ours, because my husband and I, we just roll thieves on our spines as well. So yeah, that's what we do.
Oh,
one
Miriam,
of the many things.
thank you so much for sharing, Miriam. For me, when I had my little bambinos, I just remember I would walk away from any time that I would sit with Danette at her clinic, or I, go to one of her classes. I walked away feeling empowered that I now knew that I had tools. And what you said was we have many tools. You have now a wellness box, a toolbox for your family that the things to do. And you've worked on your education to ramp that up, to know how to help your little ones safely. I will tell you, Miriam's also pregnant with her second. She's supporting her body with all of the products from Young Living to keep her little bambino in the oven healthy too. So good job, Miriam. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. And I know it can be daunting with little ones, but slow and steady, low and slow, I think is a term that is widely used with oils and like first starting off. So like low and slow and steady. This one's ready for bed.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm wearing my little by little shirt for you guys this morning because it is slow and steady, low and slow, and little by little. All right, who's next? Who would like to share?
I guess I could add on to that, because like I do that with my little guy who's just now I can say 5. He just turned 5. So, but he doesn't really care for the roll-on. So I just use coconut oil that solidifies. So I use those oils, but then I also use add lemon and lavender and thieves. So I do like thieves, lemon, lavender, oregano, and frankincense for his immune system. And so I put it on his spine and on his feet several times a day to help keep his immune system up. So we tried the roller and he just doesn't care for it. He just thinks it tickles and that sort of thing. So we're working on trying to switch over to the roller system instead, because it would be much easier since they have some pre-made ones already. But and then for myself, I'll use the thieves on my spine and feet. And then I've also added in lots of other oils as well. And so I ended up having to use a system thanks to my sister, Erica. She has the little, medicine little boxes that you can put your vitamins in. And so I keep adding more and more vitamins from Young Living. And so then I know how to take them in the morning and like at lunchtime like at dinner time and then before bed, because I wasn't really taking them on a consistent basis beforehand. And now I'm able to do that because I have lined them all out for a couple weeks at a time.
Nicole, thank you so much for sharing. Consistency is key. And so whatever you got to do, guys, to make it consistent. For my family, I posted in our little event when, promoting the event this week, I was showing you guys different visuals. There's a visual of like all the vitamins on the counter. That's what my counter looks like every morning, not just for my children, for my big child too, my hubby. So I lay them out for the day, and they can't go on until they've gotten through the certain levels of all the things they need to do for themselves. And I have some kids, just like in everything, that do it right away. And others are like, get over here and take your vitamins. You need your vitamin D. You need your fish oil. You need your, your vitamin C. Get it all over here right now. And so, yes, Nicole, thank you for being consistent. And Nicole's son, my fabulous little handsome nephew, I will tell you, he does have some sensory issues. There are things that she's working on to work through that for him. And I'm super proud of all that you're doing to help that. He is going to get through all of that too. So Nicole, also, I'm going to call you out because she recently did have COVID. She was hospitalized, and her doctor, I did a FaceTime with him, and I was like, these are things she's been doing. And like, we're going to go ahead and keep doing that. Can her husband go ahead and bring in the diffuser and la, 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 la. And the doctor said, yes. So guys, if that becomes you, if it does happen, remember, you are your biggest advocate. And sometimes when we're sick, I mean, for Nicole, for me too, any of us, when we get sick, our advocacy for ourselves, we don't have it because we don't feel well. It's just like, you just want to get better. And so letting your family know, like, this is what I feel like if I'm going to go into childbirth. Like, my husband was very clear. We had a plan. Go into like certain situations with like, if they do this, this is how I feel about that. Make sure you fight for me. But for Nicole, I was her fighter. I would told the doctor, like, hey, her husband's going to show up tomorrow and bring in that diffuser. And hey, she's going to be putting oils on herself. These are the things she's still going to be doing. And I think sometimes we just think that Western medicine has to be here, and that anybody else that does anything else has to be here. And that's not always true. You can be blessed with a doctor that might see here. There is a middle road that you can like have discernment in. And so fight for yourselves, be an advocate, be willing to ask the hard questions, because she did get all of that into her hospital room, and she was only there for 3 days. So praise God, Nicole, we're so glad you're healthy, but thank you for sharing. Is there
and also,
like you wanted to tell us during that time that was really helpful, or any product that was really helpful?
I felt like I was, I did the RC and Thieves. I had those on hand at the time. And then lavender, because I couldn't sleep at night, just because, you're not in your own familiar territory and that sort of thing. And so, I also had like Christmas spirit. I just brought what I could think of at the time. And I was able to actually kind of share oils too, as well with some of the nurses and that sort of thing. And so I almost got one of them on board, but didn't quite make it, but I don't know, we'll see. So, but they all would come in, they're like, "Ooh, your room smells really good," and stuff. And I'm like, "Well, thank you." So talk even more about oils and stuff. So, but yeah, it was more of, I would say, like the RC and the Thieves that really helped me a lot. I even had Raven as well. So I had a lot of the immune supports and the congestion, to help with congestion and that sort of thing. So yeah, and then I would just, rub them on my spine, on my feet, diffusing them. Just putting them on. Oh, I also had Breathe Again as well. And I would put that on my chest as well. So
you were also using the new chest rub that they came out with at conventions. So
yes,
that was very helpful too for you. I will say that we preach a lot on here on Little by Little about the importance of being proactive rather than reactive. And so that's why I'm having this class for you guys to know that it's supporting your immune system on the front end is like on a consistent basis is going to keep your body stronger, so that if you are brought down by something, whatever it is, your body is already that much stronger to fight it off. But when you haven't been using the tools in your toolbox And then all of a sudden your body's brought down by something. And then you go, whoa, I'm going to use all these things, I'm going to do all this stuff. And like, you should have been already doing that. Your body is having to fight that much harder. It takes that much longer. So think about that when you're being consistent, that's why we do that. So thank you, Nicole.
Oh, and I forgot to say, I also had brought some of my supplements too. And so I was bringing vitamin C. I brought Inner Defense, but the vitamin D, the D or D3, whatever it is, I can't remember. And so I'd even asked, the nurse as well if I could take those, and she was like, "Well, let me see for sure," because originally they weren't going to let me use my own, but then she had talked to the doctor, and she was okay with that, and so they just wrote it in my paperwork that I was providing my own vitamins and all that. And I think with the doctor, because I had the same doctor the whole time, I think she was kind of on board with